Bye! The scene you just saw took place 2 days ago in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And the girl you saw is my friend Lacey. She's an American that I met while I was living in Turkey. We didn't know we were going to be in Thailand at the same time. We didn't know we were in the same city. We didn't know we were in the same street. We just bumped into each other. And this was just a great reminder of how small the world is. This encounter made me change my mind on what I would be talking about today. I know I said last week that I would be talking about the director's note, but instead I've chosen to talk about how to network. I just want to be clear that I'm not going to talk on how to network to meet famous people, powerful people, A-listers, find a producer or an agent. If you want to know about this, I wrote an article based on Tim Ferriss' South by Southwest talk about how to schmooze successfully at film festivals. It's great, and you can just find the link below in the YouTube page. What I want to talk to you about is what I call the web analog. What I call the web analog is this super healthy network of people you've known for many years, you've built memories and experiences with, and you can count on. It doesn't have to be people who are working in your field or who seem to have connection in your field. This concept of the web analog, which you could also call the emotional network for what it's worth, is to me the opposite of a sentence I heard for the very first time in my life in Los Angeles. In America, when you meet someone for the first time, you shake their hands, and what's happening often, at least in Los Angeles, is that at the end of the evening, if it went well, and I'm not talking about high-profile cocktail right now, I'm just talking about casual encounters, if there's any of those in Los Angeles, you hug. So you go from shaking a hand to hugging within a couple of hours. You hug and it's great, and you feel close to these people, and at the end they say, don't be a stranger, and that means don't disappear on me. I would love to see you again. And over time what I've learned is that if someone tells you that, you're never going to see them again. It's just the weirdest concept to say to someone, don't disappear on me. Basically, in LA, what I've realized is that we all spend so much time meeting and having coffees and moving a pond that way and another that way and thinking maybe this person is going to be able to help me, and at the end nothing happens. One of the things I've learned is that your analog web is absolutely essential and central for you to survive when you are in peril, and ultimately to strive when good things are happening to you. The thing I've noticed is that most of the time we take the close people we have in our life that are unrelated to the filmmaking industry for granted, and if we involve them, it's to ask them for money during crowdfunding. After 8 years fabricating stories, the one thing I learned is that if you're planning to network, where you should spend the most time is networking with your analog web. There is a reason why filmmaking is called a collaborative art, and it's not just about collaborating to make the film. There's often many years involved before a film is made, especially for filmmakers. You can spend literally years trying to make a project go through the first nose, and in those moments it's not knowing the CEO of a big company or a producer or an agent that is going to help you. It's having a healthy web analog, because those are the people who care enough to keep you on your feet and who will also come up with very creative ways to put you in contact with people you wouldn't have think of, or find solution to your problems, and it's just your biggest weapon. In terms of news and specifics about where In 5 Years is at, the good news is that we made it to apply to Torino. Now we're waiting, and we're going to decide which other grants and labs and funds we're going to apply to. My producer was at Berlin for the festival. She had several meetings pitching the movie. I don't have all the details yet, but apparently it went well. But again, we don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. Well might mean just I wasn't bored listening to you. So I will keep you posted about what's going on next week. And in the meantime, I wish you a Merry Christmas. And this is the end of episode 8 of the film log, and we are in Chiang Mai, Bangkok.